Hello everyone. I decided to start recording a series that are astrology related because I tend to use astrology as well for my predictions, and actually I tend to use astrology more when it comes to making long term predictions. So not just for a month or 2 months, but I could check people's charts and maybe see events for a couple of years. So I was thinking that it would be interesting to maybe start having videos on that as well. And I thought that maybe the way to start would be by trying to explain basic things that have to do with people's natal charts, so that you can start maybe understanding your own charts and um, even the people's charts that you're interested in. So this time I will be recording moon signs. So the moon sign that natally one has. If you go, there are various ways to find out if you don't know your moon sign. There are various software online as well out there that you can just search in Google and find by typing your birthday, and if you know especially your the time of your birth as well, you would have information about your moon sign. Definitely the ascendant sign is a bit more difficult. You need your time of birth for that, but in terms of your moon sign, maybe in most cases it would work without even that. Now so if you go, for example, to Astrodienst, you would find your moon sign there by simply trying to giving details regarding your birth date and checking your natal astrological chart. Now, the first thing I wanted to talk about is the moon in general. And its difference when it comes to the differences between the moon and the ascendant, the moon and the sun. And then I will talk about moon in Aries, the first sign. Um, Moon indicates the emotions, the emotional self, our instincts, our impulsive personality and reactions, our domestic environment, our mother. For women, it indicates fertility, female nature. Also, generally, it indicates important women in our lives. So it indicates our mothers. For men, it indicates their wives, their girlfriends. Uh, Not so much their what they like in terms of a lover, but more as what they like in a female, in terms of a wife or a mother. It rules Cancer, and generally, as a sign, Cancer does show land, property, sea, and that's why you can find a lot of ship owners or royalties, people that have a lot of land, or um, they have properties, to have a strong Cancer or a strong moon in their chart. I have encountered that a lot of times, and I feel that there is a relation there. Um, the three most important influences, as I said, in an astrological chart are the sun sign, so your zodiac sign basically, um, your moon sign, and the ascendant or the rising sign. Because the moon has to do with our inner, the inner aspects of ourselves, our subconscious self, basically. I tend to find it probably the most important influence out of the three. To understand the difference between the sun and the moon and the ascendant, I will give an example that I had read in an astrology book some years ago. If we use as a metaphor the person and the house. So let's say that the person can be described as a house. The ascendant sign is, or the rising sign is how people see the house from a distance. So basically, the ascendant sign is the first impression um, that we give to people, and it has to do with our outer appearance. So people that don't really know us, but are acquaintances maybe, um, yeah, and it is really what they get as a first impression of us by simply talking to us, and by how we look. The sun sign is the image people get as soon as they get to a bit more, get a bit closer. So more details, and they better understand how the house looks like. So the sun is really our core personality. It takes a better look from other people to grasp. They have to know us for a while, for example, and talk to us for a while to really understand our sun sign. The moon, on the other hand, is, if we continue with the house metaphor, is when one gets so close to the house that can see from inside, from the windows inside the house. So it is really our inner self, our inner personalities, that people that are really close to us can experience. This is why many astrologers claim that the moon sign is much more important when we are checking compatibility between two people, when we're checking a couple's synastry, for example. Now, for the moon in Aries, these people, even when they have sun signs in relatively, let's say, conservative or restrained signs, like, for example, earth signs, they do demonstrate impulsively, and when they react according to their instincts, they demonstrate an enthusiastic, impulsive, competitive nature. They want to be the leader. They don't like restraints. They don't like routine and being bored. They like challenge. They like action. Sometimes I think they like to act before even they think. Sometimes they also like a lot to let their heart rule their head. They can be impatient. I do feel that about them a lot. They can live for the moment. They are passionate and have a very a huge sexual drive. After all, Aries is ruled by Mars, which is the planet of war. Because of that, astrologers tend to say that as a position, the moon in Aries is not a particularly strong one, since Mars, the ruling planet of Aries, is not a friendly planet to the moon. The moon requires a nurturing and easygoing environment to feel nice, and Aries is not exactly that. Aries is really a very competitive and fiery and warlike sign. The difficulties that the moon faces here can be translated as, in some cases, people with this moon are being a bit hot-tempered. They also might become particularly angry in conflicts. The good thing though is that they might get easily angry, but they also are very easily forget it. They might take things personally, but they don't hold grudges. They have short-lived intense desires, which is another problem. They might pursue you, but they can also get very easily bored once they had you. So I think it is an interesting position, and definitely shows that someone is really a very interesting person to be around. But yes, the challenge there is to keep them interested in you, especially if you are an earth sign, for example, or a water sign that requires a bit more stability, or your moon sign is in an earth sign or a water sign. It means that, yeah, there is a challenge there for the person that requires more stability in order to, yeah, to maintain a working relationship with someone that has a moon in Aries. In a month's chart, it demonstrates what type what traits they look for in a woman, especially a woman that they would like to have as their wife. It also generally the moon sign, moon in Aries, also demonstrates in the moon sign demonstrates in people's chart their mother. Okay, so I think that the men with the moon in Aries tend to like more athletic women, women that are assertive, independent, that know what they want and how to get it. Not exactly what you would label as a feminine type of woman. They don't like clinginess, they or being over emotional. They like action oriented people that never stop challenging them. They want to feel like they, yes, I feel that a person that has a moon in Aries, they want to feel as if um, they have to go after you and that you are a challenge for them, but this should never really stop. They should never really feel as if they, yes, you're now theirs. If you have a sun in Aries or in Libra, so when your sun really forms a conjunction or an opposition to their moon in Aries, this might be one strong indication that you are their type and there is an instinctive understanding of each other's needs. If your moon is in fire signs, so Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, or air signs, so Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, it is also a very good compatibility factor for you both. I hope that you enjoyed this and I will get back with the following signs. Thank you.